Alright guys, welcome back to Gilded Gaming and Baldur's Gate 3. The adventures of Diligent, the Deep Gnome Paladin continue. We are in the Goblin camp and we're trying to figure out how to deal with them. We've already killed a fair number of them, so that may be the path we just continue to take at this point. Ooh, it looks like Astarion wants to talk to us.
You know, if that parasite isn't to your taste, I'd be happy to consume it in your stead. I don't relish the thought, but if you're going to just leave it sitting in your pack, well, one of us should try it.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be interested in a slimy tadpole.
Oh, I have my reservations, no question. First of all, it looks disgusting. Second, there's a non-zero chance that it'll turn me into a purple glistening monster. But if it doesn't, who knows what kind of power we could unlock. And power is always worth a little risk.
No.
Ah, so that's how it is. A pity. Because if you continue to get between me and what I want, I will have to find a way through you. Just something to think about.
Threatening me, Astarion? Really? Alright. We've gotten the first True Soul guy. Volo's over here. More Goblin leaders over there. I'm not sure where to go for the Druid. Maybe we go for Volo first.
Very well.
That's the wrong way. If everybody's just going to fight us now. We'd kill a fair number of goblins. I don't know if they know that. Liam on a torture rack. What's going on here?
Poor lad. I could give you peace, you know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee to, you stubborn rat?
Please, stop!
Here to see your friend, have ya? Come and join him if you like.
Say we'll take over. His work is sloppy. He'll kill the prisoner too quickly.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you.
We're not going to have Diligent use this Illithid power. Not necessarily because it's the wrong thing to do. It's more that he's just scared that it's going to turn him into an Illithid faster. Let me just try and do it. Let's just read his thoughts. We've been pretty good at that so far. Never mind. Oh, yes. Redo that. Ah, well, go from a 1 to a 20. Well,
No. Why won't he speak? The drow's gonna kill me if I can't make him
Drow.
talk.
I'm taking over. Your sloppy handiwork is going to kill the prisoner too quickly. I think we just like basically what she said, but not with the not using the Illithid. Or actually, we're better at lying. Yeah, so he's upset. He's worried about the drow. We could just use that fact to our advantage, actually. I'll take over unless you want the drow to learn of your failures.
We do all the work, and you get to finish him? Bah! Take him! Won't do you any good. He just screams. Should have sent him to Moonrise with the rest for all the good he's been. I want to watch that weird priest next door.
Look at this dude.
Sounded like he was beating something up. Yeah, beating it good.
Please. Let me out. There's no reason for this.
Came for the night song. Where is it? Actually, I'm looking for the druid name of Halsin.
Halsin? I don't know.
Changed to a bear.
He changed into a bear, but I lost sight of him. I don't know if he's still alive. That's all I know. Please, get me out of here.
Where's the night song?
Somewhere underneath the temple. There's a hidden...
Oh, there's another
passage.
floor.
Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they'd eat him. Please, these shackles.
I'm not torturing you, dude. Chill.
I don't want to die.
Relax. I'm not going to leave you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, let's. Wait, we need our other character to do it. Let's see. 1 second.
Please, hurry.
Keep a blade close. Let's crack it open.
That'll do.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us. I should be able to make it to the grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger.
What do the goblins want with you?
The grove. To the east. They wanted to know where we came from. They'll kill everyone. Please, I need to warn them.
What does the Night Song do exactly?
I don't know. The boss didn't say.
He just said some wizard called Leroican would reward us if we found it. That's all.
All right.
What to do? Moving in.
Keep going.
What's he doing? It's just the same thing.
What is
over
this?
and over.
I'm watching you. Spike promised that any meat that falls off is mine.
What?
Bet you couldn't make him sing either, could ya? I'd swear he was mute if I hadn't heard him scream so much.
What's going on here?
I have something to ask.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here.
You recognize the Scourge. This man is a follower of Leviata, goddess of pain.
Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
You mean the one they're torturing?
Please. The things they do to that man, so crude and primitive. I was invited to teach them. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But, alas.
Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
It's appalling.
Exactly. Pain is an intimate thing. It should be delivered with a loving and measured hand.
But trying to discuss such subtleties with these creatures is simply...
Forgive me, but that look in your eyes,
Something terrible has happened to you.
Clever man, how did you know?
Because I see those same eyes when I look in the mirror, dear one. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain.
And how would you do that?
As the Maiden of Pain, the goddess Loviatar teaches us, through penance, administered by my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
I must see this. Don't you dare say no.
Touch me and you'll lose your hand.
Is that a promise? A pity, though. You would have known such sweet relief at my hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should return to my own worship.
Weird. All right.
You can do better than that.
Let's follow here. Like it.
Ah, my friend, we can speak freely. I'm in no hurry to take my turn on that spit out front. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to unlock this cage?
How did you end up in this place?
Curiosity, my friend. It didn't benefit the cat, but it's the foundation of my career. Though I admit I've hit something of an impasse. Please unlock my cell.
All right.
Bless you, my friend. I'll wait nicely, but please don't tarry.
What now? Easy.
Nice.
Look at this. I'm quite saved. A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons.
Okay. Get yourself to safety and quick.
I intend to do just that. A trusty invisibility potion goes a long way in a place like this. We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke?
Go to my camp. We'll talk there once we're both safe.
Smashing! Soon, my friend.
I don't know what kind of things Volo can do in camp.
Something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain.
Okay. Okay.
Subtle steps.
Interesting times.
You're still Minster. Who wrote that? Dear someone supposed to be brief as I'm under some duress, having become an esteemed guest of a very much hosted was from Rolo. Yeah. All right.
Light on my feet.
Well, let's go find these other two goblins we need to kill for the quest.
The forest. Drow wants to know exactly where those adventurers came from.
What are they doing? Hiding in trees? We'll smoke 'em out, no problem.
There's 4 of them. I see 3. I see 4 on the one's a rat. Okay.
I tell you, the scrying eye was looking at me all strange.
Don't worry about the walks, KV. They won't eat anything what grows in the ground. Might still kill ya, mind.
Come on here. Is that like the phases of the moon?
Do you think
Is that a puzzle?
is ready yet? I'm hungry.
Orders were to stand by here. No booze, no sneaking off.
You're all boring.
Okay. Warg pins. Oh, this counts as stealing, huh? Fire wine. All right. Let's see what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goblins or so.
Here to see the bear? Just follow the noise. Wargs have been going crazy for it. Just hope these scraps will
Must be the druid,
satisfy the
right?
bunch when they're in this state. Big chunks. They can chew through the bones.
There he is. All right, we have to kill all these. Don't look too bad. There are wargs though too, right? Oh, those are just wargs. There he is. That's probably Halson. All right. Let's see if we can negotiate to get it open.
See? It squealed! Hit it again! Keep your hands steady, 3. Again! Again! Make it squeal again.
He's helpless. Let him go.
It's staying saying right here. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Minch too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs. But first, 3 more stones. Make it nice and bloody.
Yeah! Hit his head! I want to hear more noises!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you.
Authority. Release the bear immediately or face my wrath.
All right. You're gonna throw a tantrum about it? Never seen someone so worked up over a stupid animal.
But I want to hear him squeal.
We'll be the ones squealing if we piss off the bear hugger. Hope you can control the furry bastard.
The bear sizes you up, wary but not yet attacking.
Attack the goblins. There's one here. Okay. Damn.
Onward.
Enough of that. Oh, they're gonna break out, huh? Okay. Okay. Hoping the flaming sphere can help hold off the wargs too. Nice. Orc's still invisible, that's good.
On my way.
I have one level 1 spell slot left. Maybe hold off for now. I'm curious, what's it say the chances of this is 65? Okay. Bear. blind this guy.
Feel my mistress's wrath.
Saved. All right, fair enough. We don't need spiritual weapon for this fight. All right, wolves are out. Action surge, huh? Control. Dang. Unfortunate. That works. Shove him towards the ball. Help.
Pardon the viscera.
Hey,
One
Halson.
should cherish all of nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down the list. You aided a bear without
Who's taking fire
knowing it would
damage?
savage you. A true friend of nature, or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid Halson.
I heard you're an unmatched healer. I could use your help.
Indeed. Well, not the most opportune moment, but given the lengths you went to, I assume there's some urgency. Come on then, what's the problem? Unless you'd rather wait for an audience of goblins. Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
I escaped an unlifted ship after being infected. Maybe the process was interrupted.
Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. You weren't speaking lightly when you said you needed help. Let me tell you what I know. I've been studying these parasites for a while now. Ever since I discovered these so-called true souls are infected with them, someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic, which means I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help. I didn't find what I came here for, a way to remove the tadpoles, but I found the next best thing. I found out where they come from. That must be where these enchantments are placed on them. And it's where you'll find your cure.
Okay, tell me what you learned about these tadpoles' origins.
I overheard that the cultists are sending all of their captives to Moonrise Towers. Innocents go in, true souls come out. Given that all of these true souls are infected, it has to be the source for this magic. If you want to find a cure, you must head there and discover how the tadpoles are being manipulated.
You seem to know a lot about this. Will you come with me to Moonrise?
I wish I could, but there's still work I've yet to finish. Blood I've yet to spill. I've no right to ask more of you, but if you could help me, I'd be free to join your journey to Moonrise. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected.
All right, how do I help?
My thanks. If you prevail, I'll owe you the debt of a lifetime. Rare is the beast that survives decapitation. Help me eliminate the Drow Minthara, the Hobgoblin Draw Ragslin, and that perversion of a priestess, Gut. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself.
Having a shape-shifting bear druid on my side might make things easier.
Be warned. My presence could make things more difficult. I can only restrain my bear form so much. I won't be able to help but attack goblins. If I join you, we'll likely have to slaughter this entire place. You may want to use discretion.
Yeah, I'm not so good at that anyways. Come with me.
So be it. May Sylvanas lend us nature's fury.
Nice. Ooh. Once per turn, when you dash, you gain Wrath for 2 turns. +1 damage with melee weapons. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to.
Need to find a way forward. What's in here? Might be useful.
Okay.
Open up.
Suspicious meat, huh? Animal friendship. Anybody got a next slot? I'm sure we do. Boots. When you dash, you gain Wrath. I guess I'll put that on me for now. A key. So we can do in there too. All right, let's see these first.
Decaying legs protrude from the hole. A failed escape, it seems.
Oof. Oh my god, we actually managed to fail that.
It seems the tunnel collapsed mid-dig and suffocated him. A crooked heart is embroidered on his left shoe. The body comes loose, revealing a tunnel. Perhaps you can escape where he failed.
I mean, we're not really in jail, but we'd like to see where it goes. Back here. Oh, we had to leave the... Let's go get the bear back. Okay, easier. Cool. Let's go kill some goblins. I was just immediately go into combat with the bear. Nice. Are the other two in the other room?
Our prey is elsewhere.
Outmaneuver them. Leave no trace.
And hide there. All right. Ooh. What kind of arrow was that? Okay. Trying to avoid that. Yeah, starting got held. There's the drow. Oh, reinforcements. Lovely. It was gonna be a fight. I don't have. Oh, we can't do that in combat. This is probably a good time for sacred weapon, but that I mean for a weapon, but it's bonus action. Back him.
Time to meet your maker.
Oh, do I control the bear now?
Still breathing, despite everything. Very well.
Tenacity, deal damage anyways. Love it. Almost killed him. Damn. Oh.
Knight to King 5.
Oh, the drow's coming to us. That's handy. Isaac. Who needs healing the most? Gale?
Take you.
Nasty's pretty awesome.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Oh, we got the drums. What is it called? Just goblins from other parts of the map, or does it actually like invent new goblins when you do that? Wait a minute. I'm forgetting. She just showed up over here. Oh, who's joining the fight? How much health does she have? 52.
Onward.
I forgot about her. Oh, is he out? He's out of the hold now. All right. Spiritual weapon is not a bad idea. I'm going to swipe twice.
Can't stay idle.
Do find favor.
Think you can take me on?
Oh Lord. It's some AoE. If he jumps down, he's going to lose 1 HP and fall prone, but if he runs by them, he's going to get an attack. He doesn't really want to stay up here by himself because he doesn't have a flanking buddy to get sneak attack.
Yes, here.
Oh, come on now. Such bad luck. It was worth a try. Drop kill. Then went to the cave bear. Where's he going? We just cannot hit this thing.
Talk to me.
Take two.
action to use land hands. Damn it. These guys are gonna do. We need to get Gale healed. Already crowded in here. Flaming Sphere would not be amiss. Please finish her off. Thank you. These all have 15. This one only has 9. Okay. Okay, who does she want to hit next? I guess the warg is the one she can reach. Damn. Yep. There's gonna have to jump. Nice.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
More of them coming. Lesser concentration. Just see a little hole in the wall. Excuse me. We don't have our action. Let's drink a potion. Nice. I do like Sentinel. Throwing freaking rocks. We got one here.
Take two.
Get ready to go up there. Yeah, it's 3rd level spells. I don't know what they are right now. We're gonna give him up to heal. We can fly. That's right. Not far enough.
Time to push my luck again.
There.
Have to keep going.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Wait. They knocked him down the hole. Our main character just died? Shit. Okay. Wasn't really worried about him dying at that particular moment, but I should have been. Still have Revivify. Sorry to my summon, but it is what it is.
Fall, damn you.
This one needs to die. Is it just the two of them now? Oh, he has multi-attack. That's how you do the multiple attacks. All right, let's I don't have room for him to get in there.
Let's have some courage.
I didn't mean to skip his turn. Really? How's the ball gonna go prone? That's funny.
Recite their demise. Witching hour.
Ready.
Unleash me.
Let's finish this. Got to focus.
I'm pair climbing the dang ladder. Multi-attack.
Another parasite. Collect it. It might be useful.
What's next?
I can't target him because his body went down a hole. Like, how do I fix that?
Time to pack it in for the day, I think.
Interesting. Empty supply sack, empty alchemist pack. Once per short rest can encase the target in fairy fire for 2 turns if you miss an attack against it. Yeah, that happened to me. That's not bad. When you cast a spell that requires concentration, you gain momentum for 1 turn. While you're concentrating, you can't get knocked prone or be moved against your will. Rare light armor. +1 stealth. Advantage on con saves. Ooh. I'm inspired.
Let's see what we have here.
Ooh, poison resist.
Have to keep pushing.
I guess we'll try to rest. Maybe that'll bring his body back to camp. Oh, their soul can be used to resurrect them. Oh, is this his soul? Here?
No time to dally. No time to waste.
First, I must heal.
Right.
My faith protects me.
All right. What now?
I'm pretty much out of spells.
Ready and willing.
A long way before we level.
Right away.
Okay, so pushing up here. Look at this stupid thing. Okay.
Delicious. Over here.
Okay.
Let's get going. Can't slow down.
Can't afford to stay idle. I'll see what I can learn.
What we can do here. Cool.
I'll take this way.
Okay.
Let's see.
Water sparkers. Okay. Interesting. Maybe just get Gil to eat those ones up. Think about resting before we take on the last bit of goblins. We're out of spells.
Where are you going? We have work to do. Enemies to kill.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'll buy it. It's just short rest. Or not. Screw it.
Never
Whatever.
Have to keep going.
What are you doing? I mean, I didn't want to go with those spells and everything, but you know. The last one's over here. Right? Oh, what? Other two? Oh, this just shows where all three of them were. Yeah, the last one's over here.
Someone there. Symbol. Over there.
Okay, that's the last one there. Not everybody's joined the fight yet, have they? Do you have any potions? You do.
Just like old times. With finesse.
Concentrate. Moving.
Not having spells is gonna make this tricky. Ow. Double ow. Yeah, leadership aura too, huh? Nice. That will help.
Allow me to demonstrate.
One first level spell left. Gotta be Witch Bolt, right?
Let's light them up.
Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Poison, huh? Apply to a club. All right.
Don't waste a step.
Okay.
What should I do?
All right. Gonna rage and we'll take out the bear. Okay, Sentinel.
Not going to last much longer.
Damn. Shit. Frightened. We can only use multi-attack once per battle, really. Okay. What? Okay. Old person. All right. Okay. Holy shit. Holy shit. Damn. We may be losing this fight.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Okay. Damn. Damn. Thank you. least you're having good luck with the death saves. That's the crit we needed right now. We got the guy up top up here. Hard to even see him. Yeah, guy. We got the guy over here.
A better position.
Nice.
I speak, they burn.
Yeah, right there.
This will do nicely.
Just work on healing up. And they both stabilized.
One can't always be a gentleman. Don't get too close.
Nice.
This way.
Thankfully, DC for Sacred Flame must not be that bad.
Rough tempest I will raise. It shall be done. Corner this guy up top. We're gonna come out of this. It just was a rough fight. We came into it with like no resources left. You up here? Of course you can. I don't know if you, yeah, might not be on us. You won't be able to move around up here. I'm here for moral support.
Swords meet sorcery. Time to move.
Okay. Oh. You've been hiding at. And she got 2 failed ones before she got up.
Yes,
Short rest.
right with magic.
Oh, a little respite. As
And
wonders.
again.
Time to get going.
Okay. Faithbreaker. Okay. Hey, Ethos. Multiplayer, I think we're planning on starting it tomorrow night. Right, D? Yep, tomorrow night. How's your game been going? I saw you've decided that sleep is not something that you can do when you have Baldur's Gate to play, right?
Swift as my feet can carry me. Don't mind if I do.
Alright, so we've killed all 3 of the goblin leaders. Gotta report back to him. Is he just standing on top of this ladder still? I don't know. Guy up here.
What's hiding here?
Oh, so how far are you in the game? I have no idea how long this game is. Like there was all kinds of craziness about it being super long, but it only goes to like level 12, right? Makes me wonder. Is like I'm coming up on level 5, yeah. Although levels would certainly slow down.
What's inside?
Yeah, he's up here still.
You did it. You actually did it. The leader's dead. Praise Sylvanus. No, that's not
Oh, you've
right.
played that long and you're still in Act 1?
You, my
That's
friend.
beautiful.
The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure. Killing's never my first choice, but those 3 were too dangerous to leave alive.
Alright, I've done my part. Now tell me about Moonrise.
let's get out of this pit firstly. Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
Okay. Well, we saved the druid. We took care of the goblin problem. Done that. We rescued Volo. A temple beneath the goblin camp, I think, is what we've been told about that night song thing. So we still haven't found that. We really could use a break. So, like, we're out of resources completely. I just saved Volo. I haven't gone back to camp since we saved him. But I'm about to. Map here. Oh, before we go anywhere, let's rest. Actually, I had my first death. My main character died. He got kicked down a infinite pit and died instantly. Had to resurrect him.
Ah, my good fellow.
I love how there's so many different camps.
I'll just make myself
So
comfortable.
many games that had a camp like this, it would just be the same one every time, you know?
I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
How'd you find the camp?
Finding is my job, my friend. If there's anything in the world worth knowing, I assure you, I do.
What do you know about mind flayers?
Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know? Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
And they're parasites. Do you know anything about them?
As a matter of fact, I do. But why do you?
Mind flayer planted one of their larvae in my brain.
That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now.
Tell me more.
I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected.
If only your disbelief could alter facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind
You're like a mind flayer that doesn't look like a mind flayer.
Ridiculous. Isn't it?
Examine me. Find out for yourself.
Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim.
Okay. How much blood?
If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, my dear sweet gods!
I won't rid of this thing by any means necessary.
If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Okay. Blazer of Benevolence. When you inspire an ally using Bardic Inspiration, you get plus 4/10 hit points. I need to sell stuff. Yo.
Ah, my good... Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, how much gold does he have? 300? Too many wares. He's out of money. You take more of his stuff. When you heal a creature, you get plus 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws for 2 turns. Nice. Cheap, too. Well, I should fix our encumbrance situation for the moment. You go to more stores. Gonna see our girlfriend again? The totally evil, let's be fair, guardian.
I promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power. You think you don't need it. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places.
also mentioned the tadpoles have been modified with magic.
Yes. Halsin is correct. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun.
What sickness?
The absolute aims are not yet clear to me, but its progress towards domination is clear. These parasites are more than illithid spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you.
Who are you?
It's complicated, but I'm an adventurer, just like you.
No.
Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells, they need me. I have to go.
Is there anything I can do to help you? Tell me where I can find you.
No. It isn't safe. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
I think Bolo's ready to talk.
I need a quick word.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Has research turned up anything that might help with the parasite problem?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Oh my god. Man's gonna lobotomize me. How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Do it.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Oh my god. Let him do it.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns.
We're gonna lose an eye.
And begins to push.
We're gonna lose a brain. Oh my god. Oh god!
Pain shoots
The
through your
hell?
body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I have it!
The needle seesaws back
Ah.
and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust...
He's moving it around so much. Hold as still as possible. The obstacle is my eye.
Withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his hand, he produces an ice pick.
That thing's thick. I, the implement, but allow him to proceed. We're gonna die.
Volo slowly brings
Oh my
the
God,
ice
Volo.
pick closer to your
I just have to see what happens.
Now. Don't.
Oh God, I won't be moving much at all after this. Hold my breath.
cold metal.
Everybody disapproves.
The skin beneath your brow. And then tap, tap, stab.
Oh.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little...
Oh my God.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent
From your
jerk.
brain.
Your eye plops down into...
And there goes the eye.
Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of cosmic...
You knocked my bloody eye out.
Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do.
The hell? A rocket raccoon shit is this?
A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. Try
You
it
get a
on
magic
for
eyeball?
size. And, it was
Did he even do anything to the parasite?
I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend.
Ta. See invisibility. Okay. Oh, look at him book it. Did you see? He just ran. Wait, so we have a magic eye, bleeding eye. See invisibility. That's kind of awesome. Do we just have permanent see invisibility now? Okay. I can get behind that. That was strangely worth it. It's really powerful. Oh my God. Hard to watch though. Willow is the stupidest person who writes books for D&D. You know? Okay. Let's go. Let's get our buffs on for the day.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
Ritual spells are awesome. And the fact that it spells like long strider just last literally all day, so we can just, since we have long striders or ritual, we can just keep casting it. All right. Cool.
Still alive, so that's progress. Something good here, I hope. At the ready.
on here?
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise Magloviet. Trying to
Oh, he hasn't
enjoy my
switched gods, huh?
Scared of a real god? You're as goomless as the rest of them.
Whatever he wants, free world.
Oh, that's rich. A free world? Then how come I'm locked up like a bloody elf? I'll tell you why. 'Cause I'm loyal to Magloviet. 'Cause I ain't having my head turned by some upstart god.
The other goblins seem to love her.
They like feasting, fighting, and fornicating. Who doesn't? Absolute gives them that. Gotta know your place in the world, though. Magloviet's kept us in line. That's what a god's supposed to do.
What the shit? Oh. Just two.
With glee.
I'm ready.
Blood comes easy these days. Best be on my way.
Can't give up. On my way.
Damn.
No choice but to keep going.
Spell a day. Let's move.
See you later.
Have to keep going.
One downside of pushing them off the cliff is I can't loot them. Although it did feel a little good. There's this again. Like moon phase thing. I kept expecting a puzzle or a secret room or something. Because of the whole saloon shard thing, right? Because of the temple. Excuse me.
Keep your distance, darling.
Let me get this guy out of here.
With pleasure.
Let's move.
Ha! Look at where the apples love gotten. Dead! Thanks for breaking me out. Gonna find me a new tribe. One that appreciates the old ways.
Right.
Never wanted the easy path.
Alright, what's going on here? There's new guys in this room now? Oh, those are the torturer guys that we told to leave. Right.
Let's go. Ready or not?
The lance board is set.
Need to act fast. On I go.
Light on my feet.
It's hurt.
Yep.
A tale for the ages.
Oh, dang it.
Can't afford to let up.
Oh, but the... Oh, dang it. Why she got the bow out? I have more attention.
These boots have seen everything.
We haven't fully searched over this way, I guess. Grab that.
That'll fit in my pack.
Something over there.
Okay.
Careful, I bite. Hardly a challenge.
Oh. Use a thieves tool. Okay. On here.
That thing is small, and I am.
I am.
No, never mind.
Because it's into the temple. Not everybody else. Alright. We could reduce person, but like 3 people. Look at our spell books. Large reduced person. We just don't have the spell right now.
We'll give it a try. I don't think I'll fit through.
Okay, well, this might be where that thing is. I don't know how to get everybody here.
One day I'll catch a break.
You've set foot in a restricted area. A swift exit may be in order.
Oh, that's expensive. Try to convince them you belong here. I'm here, aren't I? You wouldn't have let me in if it didn't belong, would you? EC 22. Oh, that's not happening.
The only thing you've managed to convince them of is that you absolutely do not belong
Oh my.
here.
Alright, you're only level 4.
That won't draw any attention.
Not sure how that exactly went. Where am I at? Where did I come in? Where Fork is? What's this door? Let's see what it is. Oh, everybody else can get in over here. Yeah?
Trust no one. Go.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever. Never wanted the easy path. Don't waste a step.
Okay. That's where that guy was caged. Okay.
Better not be cursed.
It put me back over here. Like that's the way you're supposed to approach this or something. But I think I came at it from over here, yeah. Worked out for me. Thank God he's invisible.
Softer than a whisper.
We have to kill her.
Let's think ahead, or I'm lost. Don't waste a step.
Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. I do that so many times.
Stay low.
Pick a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Nice and quiet now.
Hello.
No gloom, all doom.
What's next, I wonder?
Oh, we could try fighting it. I already hit it.
This feels good. Keep them guessing.
Nice. Ow.
Of course. Never a dull moment. Breathe deep, then move.
Okay.
Stay focused. No mercy.
Okay. Did I find the room with the ogre? I've seen ogres. I'm not sure exactly which one you're talking about, so probably no. Nice.
Moving ahead.
Misty Step. Oh yeah.
Maybe I need more pockets. No traps, please.
Not actually a half giant. You know, I think it was an ogre. The Night Journal. Thus the interlocking circles bring full moons to match the stars while casting darkness where it belongs at the bottom. That chasm to the Underdark will stay sealed. Once again, it sounds like puzzle with one of those phases of the moon things. I confess the design is not foolproof to outsiders, but I've had to sacrifice complexity for material resilience. I always wondered why Sulene took me from the Hall of Wonders to serve at the temple as a priestess. Perhaps this was the reason.
Might be worth a look.
Ouch, huh?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Oh, my camera. What happened? Uh-oh. There we go.
Who will ever believe this?
Unfortunate for a second. Back here. Damn. Alright, I guess that's pretty much it for this place. Oh, except for over here, apparently. which is likely. Up there. Up there. Up there. There. So there's 4 up top. At least 2 on the bottom. Oh, it's 6 o'clock already. Holy crap. Time flies, man. Oh, you know what? Let's save here before we do this fight. I'll be back on tonight, but I need to stop and get some dinner and stuff like that. We'll be playing Baldur's Gate all night tonight. And I'll be more awake then. I'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out, Zethos. See you later, dude.